The excitement is palpable as the brand new International Grand Prix Racing Championship heads into its 4th season. Just like last year, all eyes remain glued to the Sunbeam outfit, the team whose cars have won 2 of the 3 championships that have happened thus far, and are sporting some of the best drivers on the grid, such as 1920 champion Walter Fro Oswald and the 1921 champion Jim Winter. This year though, Sunbeam have a 3rd ace in their lineup. After taking the title last year, Mercedes have dropped out of Grand Prix racing to focus on other projects. Their star driver, Bob Milton, the champion of 1922, had been forced to move to Sunbeam to keep his racing career alive. Oswald, Winter and Milton, arguably the best lineup of drivers on the grid, piloting arguably the fastest car on the grid. Sunbeam are not the only team trying to take advantage of Mercedes' exit. Veterans of Grand Prix viewing will know to never count out the cars of Fiat or Delange, who are also running conventional designs, and look to be quick. Roland Pilar has also stuck to a conventional design, but their French compatriots at the new team Voisin have gone all out on innovation. Though one would never see this car at an art exhibit, the Voisin shows promise in its ability to both power down the straights and attack the corners. Bugatti is also back, this time with a brand new concept. The newest developments in aerodynamic design have allowed them to produce this fantastically streamlined body, which, the designers say, enables the car to hit a top speed of 120 miles per hour. Finally, there are the privateer teams. Otherwise known as non-manufacturer teams, these smaller organizations don't build their own cars but buy them from the proper manufacturers and run them as their own. The largest and most organized of the privateer teams is the Gold Grand Prix team, who, after multiple promising results last year, are the most likely privateer to stand a championship challenge. The way one determines the Grand Prix champion can be easily explained via this chart. There are 5 rounds in the championship, and though up to 24 cars can start a race, only the top 5 finishers are awarded championship points. The Drivers' Championship is tracked via the positions achieved by each individual driver, while the Teams' Championship is determined by adding up the points of every driver in each specific team. Some go to the races purely to have fun performing these calculations, but most go to watch the spectacle of the fastest cars in the world, piloted by the fastest drivers in the world, racing at the fastest speeds the world has yet seen. The first round of the season in the UK. The first chance for the teams to see what their fantastic machines can do, and the first chance for the drivers to see who has the initial leg up. Fro Oswald took pole position with the front row being all Sunbeams. On the flat and fast circuit of a disused airfield, the Sunbeams dominate, finishing 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 5th. Only the Fiats with their heavy engines are able to challenge. Antonio Pisa, Fiat's lead driver, manages to finish in 4th place, beating out Sunbeam's 4th car, being driven by the Englishman Scott Willard. The Bugattis also run well, the streamlined body proving to be useful for cutting through the air on the long straights, though there would be no points for them this day. Delange and Voisin seem to be the most in trouble. 2 of the Delanges have engine blowers, and all 3 Voisins retire with electrical faults. Surprisingly, Gold GP and Roland Pilar just seem to be slow. No faults to speak of, but nowhere near the pace of the Sunbeams or the Fiats. The top 3 though are untouchable. Jim Winter wins the Grand Prix of Britain, with Oswald and Milton coming in 2nd and 3rd. Sunbeam dominance takes a back seat at the French Grand Prix. The tight, twisting circuit, made up of 2 separate hill climbs in the Swiss mountains, feels like home for the light and nimble Delanges. Louis Fournier, Delange's up-and-coming talent, takes pole position in qualifying and drives away in the race. Sunbeam have to be content with second place. But even that is not guaranteed, as Jean-Paul Barrow, the second Delage, defends like a lion against Oswald. Oswald just makes it, and Barrow gets him back. This battle for second could have gone on perpetually, but eventually Oswald and Barrow run out of laps. The race ends with the Sunbeam taking second. The Vossons perform much better at this not-so-power-sensitive circuit. However, technical woes still mar the team's progress. 2 of the cars have electrical faults, while the third car has a gentle crash. This allows Bugatti's Marcus Dumont to score the team's first points in the new car. Antonio Pizzo and the other Fiats struggle to keep up, as their heavy cars slip and slide around the corners. Pizzo himself touches a wall on the odd occasion, but his teammate Marco Ricci in the number 9 is not so lucky. Around the halfway point of the race, Ricci misjudged one of the slower corners and rolled his car down a slope taller than 100 feet. The crash killed him instantly, and Fiat withdrew their remaining cars out of respect. The German Grand Prix. One of the most demanding races of the year for both the cars and the drivers. Even so, the race becomes a sunbeam procession. This doesn't necessarily mean that the race is boring. Oswald, Winter, and Milton exchange the lead multiple times throughout the race. Oswald and Winter, the 2 old rivals, race each other particularly hard. Fiat have brought in a new driver to replace Marco Ricci. It is the young American sports car ace Alison Derringer. Many have shown speculation in regards to Derringer's ability to drive well in Grand Prix machines. Partly because the jump from sports cars to Grand Prix cars is massive for any driver, but mostly because of her womanhood. A woman has yet to be allowed to race in a Grand Prix, but Derringer silences her critics immediately by out-qualifying and out-racing all of her teammates, including the great Antonio Pizzo, and this is just her first go. As the end of the race draws near, the 3 Sunbeams continue to fight up front. Everything is going spectacularly until the penultimate lap. Oswald and Winter battle harder and harder, and eventually, disaster. As Oswald tried to make a pass on Winter, the 2 came together, resulting in a spin for Oswald. Winter went on to win, with Milton in second. Although Oswald still managed to finish in third, sharp words were exchanged between him and Jim Winter after the race.